Hayi bafethu akusadingakala debate manje. Akusadingakala debate ngake ngasho ngathi if i-revolution izoqala anywhere la South Africa izoqala la KZN. Hayi yabo manje i-debate ayisafuneki. Uyabona nje nami le nto engake ngayisho ukuthi nje no thina siyamaXhosa siyathanda ukuthi siyicabange into oqala scrap that lento ngempela beni right ibingadinga ukuthi icatshangwe lento lebidinga ukuthi acthelwe nje straight. You know what? No. Izolo was inspiring bafethu. Uyabona the scenes that I saw in East London. uZulu mfethu iKZN yaphuma mfethu ngobuningi bayo. Yaphuma ngobuningi bayo yashona khona eMpuma Koloni, yayisusa khona. And bathe behlangana mfethu umZulu nomXhosa ngala. Wahlangana uZulu wahlangana uXhosa. Lalela. Bese kushoda ukuthi mfethu kunqamuka umgwaqo kanje. That yabona those scenes mfethu I don't know it, that was one of the most inspiring things that I had seen in a long time. Shia ukuthi it almost descended into anarchy or whatever ngenxa yokuthi kuye kwagwaza umuntu, but otherwise mfethu lalelani asiyeke nje debate nje bafethu iKZN yayimele country. KZN yayimele country bafethu, and it's something that all the other provinces including Eastern Cape can learn from. Labantu mfethu they spent imali yabo bakhipha imali yabo ephaketheni basuka bashaya imoto bayoqala bayoyisusa khona elokhunjaneni East London. Abantu base East London bebe khona njalo uyabo. It kind of showed ukuthi okay shit guys, let's show you guys how to start a war. Let's show you guys ukuthi mathwa iyasuswa kanjani uyabo. I know guys no khohlwa no. That was a display of bravery, it was a display of fearlessness, and it was a display of unity, which is something that is lacking so much Eastern Cape. So much. It's not because abantu base Eastern Cape are magwala. It's not because that Xhosa men are weak, but in a room full of Xhosa men, all the men in that room will think that they know better than the other. It's like the battle of the intellects. Yabo, the battle of the smart ones. Ayikho leyo nto bafethu ngeke izisise ndawo uyabo. Ayikho nje ngeke izisise ndawo. Izolo nje yabona into enzakala izolo, it taught me a lesson. Angifundi uqamba manga mina ngifundisile into ayizolo ukuthi nje hey uyabona khona ezinye izinto engafanele sizicabange, khona ezinye izinto ekufanele nje siyicishe nje sisaqala ukuthi ziyavutha. Hayi no insizwa lezi bafethu, insizwa lezi KZN nineynsizwa, take it from me, nineynsizwa. No sisi ngoba phela no Jacinto ukhona lapho umile abafethu. Hayi no. You guys should be proud if you are from KZN. And you shouldn't to play South Africa, but if you are from KZN, you should be proud to be from KZN.
I'm not really a fan of this guy called Ngizwe Mchunu. I've never been a fan of him. I find him rather disturbing and arrogant to say the least. But for some reason, this week in jail, I found myself vouching for that guy. Vouching for him in a sense that him and this guy called Pagelum Tagat, whatever his name is, him and that guy are actually one of the few people who had the courage to finally stand against certain illegal foreigners that think that it is okay for them to come into South Africa and do as they please and get away with that, because if you call them out, you're going to be labeled xenophobic or it's going to be labeled as hate speech. I want to applaud them, actually. They deserve a standing ovation. For those of you who think that Ngizwe Mchunu, Pagelum Tagati, and all the other people, much whatever, that are pushing the agenda of driving out illegal foreigners in South Africa, for those of you who think they are xenophobic or they are anti-black, they hate black people, whatever you guys call it out there on social media, let me just create a small scenario for you to understand what is actually happening. Imagine King Mrs. Zulu relocating to Lagos, gets there, find the native people of Lagos, gets inaugurated as the Zulu King in Lagos. Or even better yet, imagine King Dalinjebo, Abampondos, relocating all the way from Eastern Cape, goes to Abuja, gets there, gets inaugurated as the king of the Xhosas in Abuja, publicizes it, and expect people in Abuja to applaud for him. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think in that case is going to happen? Do you think they're going to open up their hands, have Lili's and clap for them and be like, you know what, I in Sebenzile, King Mrs. Zulu or King Dalinjem? No ways. It's never going to happen. We all know it's never going to happen. For some of you who've traveled to other African countries, they will tell you right now, you will never do shit in those countries. without being reminded that, hey, listen here, this is our country, this is not South Africa, and we're gonna arrest your ass if you continue doing this thing. Then why the hell do you expect South Africans, why do you expect people to understand what's currently happening in the Eastern Cape? With that guy who got inaugurated as the king of the igbo what in Eastern Cape. Why do you expect people to actually sit there and applaud it? People are not xenophobic, guys. I think let's try and understand it. South Africans are not xenophobic. South Africans are tired. They are tired. South Africans are fed up, guys. South Africans have been tolerant. Drugs in South Africa. Jozi, CBD, and other townships and other provinces. Nigerians at the top of it. Even Somalis. Fake goods that are sold in shops. Pakistanis, Somalians, these are Somalis, etc. Illegal things that are sold in and out. It's them. And I'm not saying all of them, but most of the time, you find that all of these things, illegal alcohol, fake alcohol, drugs, human trafficking, all of those things, they are always at the center of those things. Especially some of the guys from Nigeria, guys. I know some of you will say this is hate speech. Hey, yeah, you are hating foreign nationals. No. I have a lot of Nigerian friends that are behaving in South Africa, that they have papers that are in good standing. They work ordinary jobs. Some of them are doctors. You know, they don't have a problem with anybody. They just here because things are bad in their country, which we understand. You know, we understand. When it comes to that, we understand and we welcome them with warm hands. But the moment you start selling drugs, the moment you start selling fake alcohol, the moment you start selling expired goods to the people of South Africa, and you are not even a South African, then that becomes an issue. And I think that is why a lot of people in the Eastern Cape or everywhere are enraged by this. Then you find people, especially Nigerians, because I've seen them on TikTok saying, hey, South Africans are lazy. They are very lazy. What's so special about South Africa? The arrogance in that statement. First of all, you cannot come into a country, start selling drugs, and then call Abantu versus South Africa or South Africans lazy. You cannot come into South Africa, convince the employers that you can work for half of the money that South Africans are earning, because your currency, probably the money when exchange in your country, our currency is stronger than your currency. Come there, work for half, and then call South Africans lazy. It doesn't work like that, Charlie. It doesn't work like that, my G. Doesn't work like that. What's currently happening now in Eastern Cape is the result of ongoing or years of being tolerant with certain things that have been happening, guys. You go to places like Hillbrow in Jozi, you find that not even a South African owned shit there. Buildings have been hijacked by illegal foreigners. Drugs that are on the streets are being sold by illegal foreigners. Fake alcohol that is being sold in these establishments, illegal foreigners. And then you expect South Africans to be tolerant. You expect South Africans to be kind. I'm not promoting any violence with those videos. I'm not condoning some of the acts that have been committed during the March and March thing in Eastern Cape, where some of the stores have been looted, some of the people have been physically abused and whatnot. I'm speaking in terms of what has been going on in South Africa. You find ingos as a race right now, young girls who come from poor backgrounds, who want something, stability. You find some of them, if you ask Uber drivers, I was driving with this other Uber driver who told me that like, every night he transport girls to Nigerian guys who sometimes do orgies with them just because they want money and they're poor. Then you find South Africans saying, hey, what. Guys, it doesn't work like that, dude. Try that shit in Nigeria right now as a South African. I bet you won't even last for a month. Try that shit in Mozambique right now. Anyway, try that shit in India. Try that shit in Somalia. They will behead you. Yet, you all expect South Africans to understand. I salute Ungizwe Mkhunu and Phakela Mthakathi. I salute them for finally standing up. Something that should have been done by our government, but is not done by our government. I salute them for that. And if anybody's gonna hate me for that, then I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But I'm tired. And after experiencing other African countries and how I've been mistreated there, I finally understand why South Africans don't want certain foreign nationals. Shout out to Ngizwe Mchunu and Phakela Mthakathi.